Hey kids, you know what's better than Frogger?
Orbit.
Frogger on the Super Nintendo! No, it's not. Well, hey there, real gamers. Retro Rob here, and today we're going to be looking at a game I didn't like when it came out, and that's Frogger on the Super Nintendo. I thought the art was pretty crap, to be honest, and I didn't play a whole lot of it. And as I recall, I paid like $30 for it. I was super disappointed. But I keep hearing people tell me how good it was and that maybe I should take another look. I'm skeptical, but I'm gonna give it a try. So let's do this.
Thumbs up, comment and subscribe or I will go Skynet on your butt.
Alright, so I'm going to begin with what my first impressions of the game were. And yeah, my first impressions are the same as they were back in the day, which is, I don't know, it just... After giving up on the video game industry, Morningstar became world famous for their utterly tasteless line of vegetarian breakfast links and sausages. It doesn't look like a double A, triple A, single A, or B production. It's more like a C or D production. I mean, it's not terrible. The art style there isn't like really bad, but it just looks kind of cheap, you know? That said, you know, I don't remember the graphics looking this good. And I'm actually playing it on the Super Nintendo, so it's not like I'm doing anything funny with the graphics. I do use an upscaler, but again, that doesn't really do that much for it. The sound effects, I don't know if you can hear them very well. They're kind of quiet. Not terrible. You know, it's got kind of a generic boing to it. I kind of like the frogs, the way they look at the top of the screen when they make it to their home. It'd be kind of neat if they made them look a little different, you know? I mean, this is the Super Nintendo. You've got a lot more oomph here to throw at it than you did with the original 8-bit hardware. Why not show it off? It doesn't look bad. It just, you know, I don't know. It doesn't look as bad as I remember it, to be honest. To be fair. First level's pretty easy, which is exactly kind of how you want it when you're just getting into the game. Oh, come on, dude. Every time I go up there, there's a baddie there. Actually, you know what? That might be something you're supposed to get. It's hard to tell graphically because it looks like a skull and crossbones. I wonder if it's supposed to be... I wonder if it's supposed to be a fly. It's just not represented very well. Would have been a good time for the manual. Alright, let's see if it is. I'm going to just try jumping in there because it shows up like... Okay, yeah, it is. It's a goodie. Not a baddie. Alright, it showed up like every time I was in there, so... Watch out for gators. Don't want those gators. My apologies if you're from Florida. For that. I don't know what that was. Oh, I missed! Some other things. You notice the tires on the cars aren't moving? They're not rolling. Do you see that? There's no indicator that they're rolling. I think even in the Atari 2600 version, there's an indicator that the wheels were rolling. Fact check. The Atari 2600 version of Frogger does not feature any turning wheels. Unless, of course, you count the Star Path Supercharger version, which has turning treads on the bulldozers, which makes it better than the Super Nintendo version. Okay, that can be argued, but still, this is really good. Never tried this version? Definitely try it out. That's odd, you know? Again, 'tis what it is. Alright. Let's level up. I haven't played this game in a while. I haven't played the Super Nintendo version. I think I might have played it once on a multi-cart. Maybe. On this channel. But otherwise, I don't recall playing it much even when I got it. I think I put it in the game system like once and then never played it again. It's not terrible. I'm going to say it right now. I think I might have been a little bit rough on it. It also might have a lot to do with the fact that I've played a lot of Famiclones since then, and I really know what bad gaming is now. There we go. That's the one you always want to get, because that's the difficult one. I usually like to get that one over with instead of saving it till towards the end. Of course, that's not good for your score necessarily, because assuming you don't make it... There we go. Ah, cut it out, dude. Get out of there. Oh. No. Did you hear that sound? That was supposed to be skidding, I think. Okay. Struggling here on the second level, I believe, which kind of sad, but oh well. All right, here we go. Yeah, made it. I'm very excited about that. It doesn't show. All right, let's see how far we can make it. Oh no! All right, I've got, I think, one left here. Man, those cars are moving fast. That's good. That log is moving super slow. Oh. And that's it. Ouch. Game over. Alright, so final thoughts on Frogger for the Super Nintendo. So, first impressions after not playing it for such a long time is, my opinion hasn't changed a whole lot. It definitely plays better than I remember it playing. I thought it was kind of like, the controls were kind of sloggy. They really weren't. They were pretty tight. Any deaths were my own fault. I didn't feel like it was, the difficulty curve was very high. I'm pretty sure if I played a couple times, I'd do really well at it. Graphically, the intro did not impress. As far as the gameplay goes, didn't really impress me much either. I'm really annoyed by the fact the wheels on the cars don't move. I mean, that's a really easy animation to do, because all you got to do is, like, you know, make a little line on the tire and make it dance back and forth to make it look like it's moving. So my guess is that this was kind of a rushed port, or a rushed job. I shouldn't call it a port. And that they're just using it to cash in on people who used to really love Frogger like me. And, I mean, it's okay. You know, if you get it cheap, I'm not going to blame you for picking it up, but it's not my cup of tea. All right, that is it for Frogger for the Super Nintendo. I want to thank you very much for watching. Got any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.